All right, I'm gonna go over the megalithic walls that are in Peru really quickly in a video here. Uh, the blocks that are in Egypt, even though they're very massive, they're still just square blocks. And it's fairly easy to make a wall with square blocks. You just gotta, stack them in a row and kind of pile them on top of one another and kind of squeeze them together as tight as you can, and you have a wall. But when it comes to these walls in Peru and in South America, and in different places in South America, none of these pieces are identical. I mean, these are all different, slightly different shapes, different sizes, and they had to shape these to these sizes, and only these physically shaped, uniquely shaped stones can only fit in the place that they were made for. Like this one wouldn't be able to fit here. You say like this one won't fit here. This one can't fit, over here. Like these are not interchangeable. None of these are. So it's a lot more difficult to be able to build a wall like this with stones of different shapes and sizes versus having a bunch of blocks or 90-degree square stones to stack together for a wall. And it's really a mystery on how they kind of were able to make these stones fit together so well. And not only did they shape these stones to fit together so flawlessly like this, but there's no evidence anywhere that they made a mistake when they placed them. Like there wasn't a time when they put like say this stone down and they said, oh darn it, we didn't put we need this one moved a little bit more to the right, another couple of inches. No, there's no evidence of that. That they look there's like it looks like they place these stones perfectly every single time, except for one. There's one stone which is right over here next to this snake looking like design, what they say, and they say that this looks like a snake design. But if you look over here on this side, there's a stone right here that looks like there was an accident, or that this there was a mistake or an accident that happened with this stone where it broke in half or something happened and they had to fix it. And this picture is kind of fuzzy when you zoom in like this all the way, but this is a completely different kind of rock than this other rock. And if you look closely, not only did they repair, like this one looks like it originally broke in half or something happened to its other half over here, and they were able to take this stone and carve it and to match these cracks that happened when it broke in half. Like this is a repair job that they did with this stone, and you don't see that anywhere in any other stone, like in any of these structures. So this right here is a rock of real interest. Like I would, if I were in South America at this site, I would want to try to figure out how they were able not only to repair this stone, but how were they able to match this stone to this stone? Like this stone isn't just the other half of this one. It didn't just split in half and they put the two halves back together and placed it there. No, they took a completely different rock from some other quarry or somewhere else, and they carved it to match this broken jagged edge right here, and they did it flawlessly. So this stone has some real interest to it. This might reveal exactly how they were able to merge all these pieces together like this without any mortar, just by studying how they were able to merge these two stones together to make one whole piece again. This was a mistake. This was an error that the builders of these walls did, and you don't see that very often. It really looks like these stones were always placed perfectly every single time, except for this one. This is where they made their like one and only mistake that I could see in any of these structures. And if they made a mistake and they had to repair it, then that means they put extra attention into the shaping and placing of this rock. So this one right here would be very important to study to try to figure out how exactly they were able to merge all these stones together into a seamless wall like this. So I just wanted to share that with this particular structure in Cusco, Peru, because I cannot see any other signs of any error or any mistake that these builders did with their construction of these great walls, other than this one. And if we were to study how they merged and fixed this rock and how they could put these two different rocks together like this, it might lead us to how they were able to do the rest of the walls and merge all these stones together so seamlessly. So I wanted to make this video just to share that. Hopefully somebody can go and take a look at this stone and see exactly what they did to, like, I'm pretty sure this stone it was an accident. It broke in half. Something happened to the other half that broke off of it. It crumbled or got crushed or fell down a hill or something. It got destroyed, so they had to make another one. And they took a half piece from some other rock and they merged it with that one. Um, that must have been extremely difficult to do, since they had to match each broken jagged edge to jagged edge right here with some other rock that's from somewhere else. That looks very difficult to do. And yeah, I think that stone should be studied, because that's the only sign of a mistake that the great builders made. And I think there's a clue there that would tell us something we may not know about how they constructed these walls. Okay? So hopefully somebody can take a look at that and see exactly what they did, because still today it's a mystery.